How he is. I'm laughing my head off here. It happened. Oh, it finally happened today. It's been a long time coming, to be fair, but it happened today. Yours truly with the no mask confrontation in the public. So I haven't been bothered by anyone anywhere except one young lad in a very polite in a store and a discount store, and he was all right. He was like, I just said, "Oh, I can't." I didn't even say. I didn't even say. Why? I just said I can't. And he says, "Oh, I understand. No problem." So I'm going to the hardware store today, a hardware store, and you enter through this eggs. The usual thing, fucking Sadasi thing. This line only, like a bread line in a communist country. And as I'm going in, a little fuck about that size. He had one of those fucking masks that, like, they start half right under his eyeballs and end down here. Those black ones, and they have like a big fucking strap on them. It was like that. It was like the fucking thing in Alien. John Hurt, and but black. And he looks at me. I let him come in before me, and he looks at me walking in, and he goes, "You know, mask," and I went, "I'm not that kinky." Okay, I probably set him off when I said that, but I said, "I'm not that kinky." And he said, "They won't let you do anything with a mask." I said, "I'm not wearing a fucking mask." And he said, "Well, you better wear a fucking mask because there's the things are going on." And I says to him, "Well, call the fucking police. Call the fucking police. Call them right down here now. Call them down. I'm not wearing a fucking mask in that store." And so we both go in, and I go over to get my tube of silicon, uh, doing my consumerism fucking thing, just minding my own business, trying to fucking deal with a leaky fucking pipe in the fucking back, and checking out my, the selection of silicon brands, and silicon sealants, and I hear, "He's not wearing a mask," from the aisle behind me, and I look up, and to her fucking eternal credit, right? Uh, to her credit, she says, "Well, to him." She goes, "Well, you have to give people the benefit of the doubt. Some people have lung problems or lung disabilities, and they can't wear a mask." And then she lifted up a box with a load of masks in it, and she says to me, will you wear a mask?" And I said, "No, no, I have a lung disability." And I'm not lying about that. I have asthma, and she said, "Oh, that's okay, no problem." So he was looking at me like this, like, you, like this kind of fucking thing. And so I went, so triumphant with silicon in hand, I walk outside, like the fucking Statue of Liberty. No, the guy with the torch fucking bearer in the Olympics, the marathon. I'm walking out with the fucking silicon in hand. "I'm an achiever. I got the silicon mask free. I'm an achiever." This kind of fucking, just laughing to myself. And the fucking cunt is outside waiting for me. And he says to me, if you don't all wear masks, if you got a lung fucking disability, you should be at fucking home. And I don't believe you do, because you'll die of the coronavirus. And I said, well, firstly, there's actually reports to say that asthmatics are in no more danger of the coronavirus than anyone else. The reason I can't wear the mask is simply because I'll pass out. I have 70% lung capacity at the best, when I have a flare up like I'm having this summer. And he goes, "You shouldn't be fucking in there. You're a fucking hazard." And I says, "Will you have a fuck off?" I went, "Will you have a fuck off out of my sight?" And says, "Mind your own fucking business and stop picking on a disabled person." That was the best part. And he looked at me like that. And I said, "You were picking on," of course I was sexing the whole thing up. "You were picking on a disabled man. How dare you? How dare you? If I was in a wheelchair, would she expect me to fucking stand up and walk and pay for the counter?" And he's like, he gets into his fucking van and fucks off, right? And as he's going down the road, I got the fucking tube of silicon and I put it like where my dick was, and I go, "I'm an achiever." Actually, you could see it, right? So, that's just how I am. And so that was kind of funny, right? But, the one time, yeah, I can't wear the mask. Well, I can. I'm not. I have asthma, and during the summer months it gets bad because of all the fucking pollen, right? And but it's not. It's like it's not all year round. It's just mainly in the summer months because of flower pollen and especially tree pollen. I'm very sensitive to tree pollen, and I don't have asthmatic attacks like I'm gasping for air. But you know what I mean? A cough. It's like that. It's like a cough. It's an irritating cough sometimes, and a little bit of wheezing sometimes. But it's this magical device here takes perfect care of it. Okay, instantaneously. Now, but I would always give someone the benefit of the doubt. You see, he just was a fucking control freak. He was just a control freak. I'm an achiever doing mass policing. I'm an achiever. This kind of fucking thing. And I mean, I was kind of hoping he'd assault me because I could kick the shit out of him, and secondly, I could sue him for attacking a disabled person. And so he's fucking, like he's fucking the Gestapo, the fucking, the fucking male fucking busybody, He's trying to save Ireland from the Rona by policing everyone else. And I just sent him on his way. I sent the fucker on his way. And so I'm at home later, and after I, applied the silicone with the, onto the fucking, the around the fucking toilet where I was fixing it. And I'm thinking to myself while I'm, phallically squeezing the fucking, erotically squeezing the fucking cork gun, around it. And I'm thinking to myself, could I actually wear a mask all the time? If it came down to it, like if it was on a plane or something, could I wear a mask? Like on a long haul flight or something, if they forced me to it. So I have that fuck off mask that I have, right, the black one, and and I put it onto my face, right. And honest to God, as soon as it was on me and I was breathing, I could literally feel the cock going back up my ass. It was that fucking humiliating, It was like it made me realize it, that it's all about taking away your sovereignty, taking away your identity as a person, and making you wear a muzzle, And so, like, since the fuckers, the 81 politicians were caught going to a golfing gala here, violating the restrictions, and they didn't only apologise, they, what was the word? They robustly apologised. I mean, this is like fucking unbelievable, right? And so next thing they do is the government says, we're going to announce a list of all the people who've flown during the Rona. So neighbours can grass out, oh, he flew to see his girlfriend in England. Oh, he flew to see his girlfriend in Spain. There was no emergency. That they get caught proving to Ireland that there is no pandemic, and they're only putting us in the masks to fucking humiliate us. And when they get caught, instead of holding their hands up, what they do is they put further restrictions in. Absolute bastards, to do that. Bastards. And so, of course, I said, come Monday, there will be a sudden mass increase in cases because they have to distract from these fuckers, right? And sure enough, it's like that thing in that movie, The Wolf of Wall Street. There's some rookie numbers. You gotta bump them numbers up. Yeah, they did it with the Rona Cape through the roof, and suddenly they're obsessed with children. They play the whole "who'll think of the children" card. Out of a swing. They didn't even really mention it before, and we know that children are basically unaffected by coronavirus, unless they're very ill or something like that. But yeah, it was like as soon as the thing was going over my fucking mouth and I was wearing it for when breathing, I could literally feel the fucking cock going up my ass as my manhood was. No disrespect to the gayers watching this. It's just this is from the viewpoint of a straight man, but that's what it felt like. That's what it felt like, and probably for the first time in my life, I'm glad I have asthma. So. Yeah, so I have to say the two kids that have both approached me, of all the stores I've been in, loads of them at this point, only two have approached me. Two, and in the first one, the young lad was very, very polite. And when I said to him, I've got a lung, and I said no, he says, oh, okay, I understand. That's okay, sir. He didn't even fucking go there, right? The young girl in the shop today, says, "Oh, some people have lung problems and they can't wear a mask for that reason." She was kind and decent and understanding, and I'm not going to name the store, but I wish I could, just to, like, give her to get her boss to give her a fucking raise or something. Uh, and just a nice young lady, and working in retail, and I've had no problem. Like, I've had no. I don't think I've ever had a dirty look. I don't even think I've had a dirty look until this guy today, and his body language was like a little fucking rat. He was like a fucking rat. I'm a fucking COVID fighter. I'm a fucking Rona fighter. Rona fighter. Because you just see him in those old Sega games. Rona fighter. With his fucking burqa down to his bollocks. That's what I could see the fucker as. Rona fighter. You lose. That kind of fucking thing, oh, Jesus. It's like, I'm thinking in that the next one then. Well, sir, why aren't you wearing a mask? But I am wearing a mask. I don't see a mask on your face. There's a mask on my face. Sir, there's no mask on your face. There's a mask on my face. Oh, don't you know? Vision impairment is one of the things that's signs of having C19. I think you have it. That's what I'll do next. Well, I wouldn't do that. I would if you're kind of mean, like that fucker today. I wanted to fucking. When I think about it, like the fucking body language, And he's driving off, and I'm holding the silicone between my fucking legs. It was like, he was fucking furious that he wasn't able to fucking lock me up or get the cops to come after me or something like that. If the cops had to come after me, I'm fucking dying. Give me my fucking meds. Give me my fucking meds. Would have done that. I would have played the actor. And one of the got up and go, he was the man who tried to kill a disabled man. That's what I'd do. And then I'd say, I'm gonna fucking sue you, and then after I fucking sue you, I'm gonna fucking arse rape you, and then put the fucking video online. That's what I fucking do to him. And I would have said that to him, but I wouldn't have done any of those things. But I would have just said it just to piss him off. The only reason you wanted to call the coppers is because you thought some hunky young cop would show up and you would get a fucking boner. Admit it, you fucking Zorro in reverse, or what the fuck you are. And yeah, but that's the only time. Otherwise, I walk around proudly. There's all these. I walk around the stores, right, and it's all the fucking men with them on, and I go, "Behold, women, these fine pussy pleasuring lips. Behold, yeah. While your men are being cooked with the mask, behold, a fucking thing. That's really what it's all about. You do, because they're look this way, and they see a fella with his lips showing, and the first thing that they think of is his wife's or girlfriend's pussy on it. That's the first thing they think. They're emasculated by it. They're emasculated by it. That's the first thing they think of. But yeah, he can pleasure my woman. I can't. Oh, and speaking of which, what a fucking world, eh? There was a website I saw today posted online where they said, made up bollocks, of course, right? And it said, U.S. women find men who wear masks sexier. Sexier, right? Yeah, it's sexier. It's a fella wearing a mask. Looks like Zorro with his knickers down is sexier, right? And you just have to fucking laugh. I mean, they're desperate and they will try anything at this point. And it's just like, and there are loads of Egypts who will believe it. Oh, my man wears a mask. He turns me on. Oh, yeah, he turns me on. He takes the soy. That's another thing. You can't. They're all the soy boys are all happy about the mask because you can't see their soy mouth. They can hide the soy mouth. Yeah. Could you imagine John McCormack, the Irish opera singer back, it was a big star in the 1920s and 30s. When I first met only you, Maggie, you were the flower of County Down, or whatever that thing is. Nowadays, he'd be like, when I first met only you, Maggie, I was wearing a Nike face mask, and we used cling film for an anal to oral condom. That's what it'd be like today. That's what it would be fucking like today. That's what it'd be fucking like. And oh, you have to fucking laugh. Yeah, you go fucking mad if you didn't laugh at it. But the absurdities of it. And then you see, I saw a picture of this fucking bitch, and she's in a fucking plastic dome, like in her office, and her hands going out of the computer. She's like this. I'm in my little fucking bubble. I'm typing a fucking way. Yeah, it's great. I can't smell your snatch anymore. I'm in my little fucking bubble. I'm protecting the world. I'm safe from the Rona. Yeah. It's funny, we live in the planet of the achievers now. That's what I like. If a spaceship was to go back in time, right, and crash now, like in that movie, Planet of the Apes, they wouldn't find the world was run by fucking apes. They'd find the world was run by achievers, It'd be Planet of the fucking Achievers. And they were like, what are you going to do this weekend? Oh, I'm going to go to the pub, pick up a woman and shag her. Oh, we can't do that in 2020. Why not? I'm a good-looking man with lots of money. No, you can't do it because the pubs are closed unless you can buy a fucking €9 box of chicken wings, basket of chicken wings, and you're wearing a face mask anyway. Why am I wearing a face mask? Because this is a planet of the achievers, and you have to be an achiever. You have to wear the face mask, and you go. Can you reset the spaceship so I can go back to the time when the fucking apes run the fucking world? That's what it'll be like. That's what it'll be fucking like. And I feel, and the Charlton Heston in that movie, another film is The Omega Man. I feel like I'm the fucking Omega Man. Walking around the fucking, that wasn't a pussy hair, by the way. Walking around, could be, if you play cards right. Walking around, right, fucking, with the no mask on, I feel like the fucking Omega Man. And you remember the fucking cult that was in that? Remember that? And they were all like, they couldn't see because they had to come out at night. And that's the fucking, and they were all wearing fucking like culty clothes. That's what the fuckers in the mask feel like to me. I feel like the fucking Omega Man, Charlton Heston. I'm walking around. I'm sure many of you feel the same way. In March here's what happened. In March 2020, people like you and me somehow walked into a fucking TARDIS, right? And were transported back in March 2020, but we were on an alien version of this planet, and we're now fucking living on an alien planet. That's how it feels to me. That's how it fucking feels to me. And it's like, oh jeez, I would have loved to fucking punch that ass out today. I would have loved to fucking knock his fucking teeth out. That would have been the highlight of my year. And then being in court going, oh, you talked to Dave Stable, man. Yeah, that would have been fucking great. That would have been fucking great. I would have. But yeah. Fuck them all. Like that. Live your I got through the day. I got my shit done. But it was like I should not have to defend myself for not being a fucking meat column. And that's what it's come down to. Having to defend yourself by not being a fucking NPC. And that's the world we live in today. I'm sorry I'm losing all this bad language. I'm not angry. I'm more kind of like, what the fuck kind of thing. Mindset about it. But it's just amazing. It's just fucking amazing. And oh God. It's like, did we ever see this? The first, I never thought like I encounter a kind of a snitch type, that would actually happen, but it happened, and it provided me with a bit of fun and entertainment for about 5 minutes, but if that girl in the store wasn't a young, nice, professional retail person, I probably would have fucking given her him up large, you know. I would have fucking slacked the shit off him, but I didn't want to embarrass her. And, but, would have been fucking funny though. It would have been funny. But I waited till I was outside. But yeah, so my caulking worked. That's all lovely and sealed. Right, I did that good, right? And I was happy. So I achieved something non-achiever, like something tangible, you know. You see, that's the irony now. It's like in Ebonics, the way sick means great. It's like an achiever in this world, our tribe, means someone who wants a fucking medal for getting out of bed in the morning and thinking they're amazing, which is what they do to kids in school these days. I have a friend who asked me if I knew any woodworkers. She has to make a big rack for the kid's bedroom, and I says, "What do you want a rack for?" For the kids' medals. He has hundreds of them. I'm like, "Oh fuck yeah! I didn't know your son was a star athlete at school." Oh, she says, "Oh no, it's not like that. They give the fucking medals for everything these days. You get a medal for coming last. You get a medal for just for showing up. You get a medal for things like art and everything, attendance, and in the schools are literally fucking throwing medals at them, at the kids, and so they get a medal for everything. And I want to display them in his bedroom, and I says, well, and the kid was only about 12. I says, well, how many medals does he have? Oh, she goes, he's got about 60. 60 fucking medals. I don't think fucking, the best athletes in the world have 60 medals from competitions. But they're giving the kids 60 medals, just for being alive. And that's what we're like today. This is why they can't handle truth or anything. It's been going on since the millennials. They get medals for everything. They're always they never there's no sense of competition. I was watching this video today about the movie. The SJWs have now gone after the movie 300. You know that movie about the Spartans taking on the Persians and King Leonidas and all that stuff. It's a true story, by the way, for 2,500 years ago. And they're claiming that the movie there was no people of color in the Spartans. They were fucking Greeks, and that the Spartans were just about aggression against minorities. The fucking Persians were attacking Greece. They were defending themselves, not attacking.